Hello teachers, housemasters, and advisors. I wanted to give you another tip on how to use Gmail more productively. Some of you have been asking about sending emails to a group of students, especially like a class, or a lot of you are listed as a teacher for your house class, so all of your house students are listed there. The best way to do that is actually through Veracross. So if you jump into your teacher portal in Veracross, you get your teacher portal page, and you see down here you have your classes. If you go to the right, there are 4 or 5 little tabs, kind of invisible tabs, and if you go all the way to the end, it says email. Now you don't have to click on that, just hover over it and it should pull up this email parents and email students link. If you click on the email students link, one of 2 things will happen. Either it will open Outlook or it will open Gmail. If it opens Outlook or some other email program that you don't use, then you probably haven't installed the Gmail notifier app. And so in order to do that, you have to go to this website right here. So in order to make Gmail your default email application, you can type this into your browser, and I'll put that up for a second so you can copy it down, or you can pause this later and grab that information. And if you go to that website, it'll pull up something that looks like this. And if you're on Windows machine, it'll recognize that you're on Windows and ask you to download the Google Notifier for Windows. And since I'm on a Mac, it notices that, and it'll ask me to download it for that. So download that, install it, and then once you do that, restart your browser. After you do that, you should be able to go back to your teacher portal, click on Email Students, and this should happen. It should pull up your Gmail. It should create a new message with an email address up here and a subject line, and you can send an email. So the way email works in Veracross is a little different than you might be used to. Veracross uses what is called distribution lists. So instead of sending emails to every individual person, you send an email to the Veracross system, and that kind of forwards the message to all of your students or all of the people enrolled in a class. It kind of works like this. So up here I have my email address from my design class, and then what it does is it sends a message to each of these individual students, however many are listed in my class, but it sends it both to Gmail and it creates a Veracross message. So when your student logs into Veracross, they'll see a message at the top that you sent, kind of a notification, and when they log into Gmail, they'll see the same message there. So it's kind of useful. The best way to actually, what I found is instead of going in here and emailing students all the time, I actually think there's a shortcut that you can take that might be more useful. If you go into your Gmail, you can click over here under Mail, and you'll see I have Mail, Contacts, and Tasks. Go to Contacts, and what you want to do is you want to create a new contact, and you want to add the name. So I might call this Design Class, right? And down here it asks me for the email address. So I'm going to go back into Veracross. I'm going to right click on this Email Students link, and I'm going to say Copy Email Address. Once I copy that email address, I'll go back into Gmail and I'll paste it in there, and I'll save it up here on the right. Save now. My 2 changes to design class have been changed. Then when I go back into my Gmail, I can go to Compose Message and I can put Design Class. It will add that email address there, that distribution list, and then I can send things along. This just cuts down on the amount of time that it takes, so you don't have to jump into Veracross so often if you want to send to a distribution list. If you have any questions, again, you can email me at sburns@lawrenceville.org, and I'll be happy to answer them. Good luck.